Hey folks, Havoc here. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming back. Well, if you're here, it means that you've clicked on a thumbnail and you are attracted to the video you're about to watch. And it's all about the AMX 1390. Why I love the tank and why I think that if you haven't got it yet, you should do it and get it. And if you have got it, you should probably go back and play it some more. Quick bit of background. I love light tanks. I play all different sorts of light tanks. But the truth is, I didn't always like these French autoloaders. In actual fact, I always preferred the sort of American style, good gun depression type of light tank. And whilst I did grind up to a 1390, I only got to the 1390 when it was a tier 8. Been out of the game for a long time, just come back, and I find myself really enjoying these French auto-loading light tanks, the AMX, or no, the even 90, sorry. And I've got this 1390 and I started to play it. And I'm playing it so much now that I've now unlocked the 13105, and I know it's considered an underpowered tank, but I really like the 3 clip with the 390 alpha. But this is the ace tanker game where I'm playing the 1390. And you might be thinking, yeah, it's just another game on this big open map, but it isn't. I'm all over the show in this game. If you struggle to play on this map with a light tank, or you get inconsistent results, it's a really good game to watch. I consistently like to do this strategy because most people in light tanks like to either go along the one line and camp or be active across the ridge line from between E and F, going horizontal. So what I like to do is I like to take the hill and then move into the open. There's only 2 light tanks per side in this game. So if you watch this, I think you'll see how cool the 1390 is, but you'll also see that it's a really nice game-winning strat that we're using on this map. Right, let's get things started then. So guys, the 1390 has 4 shells in the auto-loading clip, and they do about, I think it's like 240 damage, right? So you can pump out almost 1,000 damage per clip, which is really nice. Now, sometimes that can get you killed in an autoloader because you sit around trying to get a shot when you shouldn't. My advice would be, you know, use that clip when you can, but otherwise treat it like a single shot. What determines when I peak the ridgeline, which is one of the reasons why I don't mind guns and tanks that don't have a fast reload, and I like high alpha, is I often wait the full 10 seconds before my spot's lost anyway, before I peep again. So, but anyway, regardless of that, you can see a few things. One, it's only me and a medium tank coming up here. So you need to be a little bit careful there. I'm aware that I'm on my own apart from that one guy. However, the good news is we have got a lot of people on the 5 and 6 line that can fire up to the hill. So as long as I can keep these guys lit and stop them from encroaching too high up the hill, I should be okay. Now, I do like to take a quick shot if I can. Bounce the first one. I'm going to try for a second one. Bounce the second one. I didn't want to overstay my welcome, so I pulled down into the hill, because if I tried for a third one, the chances are I was going to get a smash in the face. In either case, the arty just put a shot down, stunned both of them, and got nice 414 spotting damage or damage assistance. And now I'm going to crest the hill again. Now, I will say, I didn't do it in this game, but you see that tree to the left? If you knock that down in the direction of the M46 pattern, it does give you an extra bit of camo and make the job really easy, a lot easier there. But because I like to try and get shots in if I can, I do often use this high a little bit so I can just get the gun depression down over the back of the vehicle. Now, I know the gun depression over the front is better, but if I face the way I want to go, I go much faster forwards than I do backwards. So reversing into that is a really good strategy, right? So if you're a new player or you're a bad player and you're wondering why I'm doing that, that's why. And it's really advisable. It takes a little bit of extra time to set it up, but you'll be really glad when you get spotted because you can pull off really quickly. Now, I've up to 1384, and you'll see that I've actually been joined on the hill by a heavy tank, a tank destroyer. That Batcher at 25 ton is in my platoon now. He's there, but he's going to take some damage if he's not careful on the edge there. Now, I've been spotted. This guy's going to go for me. I want to keep moving. He missed his first shot on me. I'm trying to track him. He's tracked. And now I'm trying to try and get behind his gun. Thankfully, now that we're joined with more people up on the hill here, they took him out. And that was a bit of an impatient play by the Object 257. It's quite a strong tank, that. I think he possibly mistook how much support I had up here. Taking me out was a good idea, though. All whilst I'm there, these guys literally can't do their job, and you can see how much punishment they're having. I've been spotted there. But again, that's no bother. I'm just going to pull forward, put into this dip, lose my spot. Got a nice 734 on the M103 there, and that's perfectly fine. You know, this M103, a bit silly of him going over there. You kind of really do lay it on the line when you go and crest the hill like that. But I understand why he wanted to do it. I'm going to try and pixel shoot this cupola here. Managed to hit it, didn't penetrate it. Try go for it again. No. And now I can shoot the side. Managed to put the tracking shot in, so that's nice. And again, I'm just going to pull back into a little bit of cover here. There's no real rush for me to overextend myself. So you may be asking yourself, so what do you do now then? The hill's won. Well, I've got a griller behind me there, and I've got a batch at 25. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down and I'm going to clear this side. Now, a lot of people make a fatal mistake when they come down here, and I'm hoping you'll learn from this, right? You can see that in this game, there's 2 light tanks per side, and the 2 light tanks on both sides are still alive. So, you know, I have got a job to do, but my job isn't to go over this hill. My job's to spot what's over there. The moment I go over that hill, I commit myself and I'm going to get my ass kicked. I don't want to get my ass kicked, and there's still there's still much for me to do here. It's still early in the game. It's 3 aside, right? I've spotted both of them artillery pieces now. That's it, that's all I need to do. Okay, there's some damage there. Look. The moment I go over there, I commit. I could get them kills, but that'd be the last thing I do. I'd take loads of damage, and that'd be it. Look at this bat chap. He's going to do what I'm advising you guys not to do. Look, he's going to get a shot. There's one. There's the other one. Good on him. He's just got 2 shit. Them 2 low hit point kills just cost him his game. There was way more damage for him to be had, and he didn't get it. Anyway, now that we've won this side, if other people want to come there and contest it, that's fine. I'm going to pull back. See, I knew there was someone coming for me. Really bouncy little gits, these T100 LTs. Again, on the side of his tank that time. I'm going to save that. There was about 3 bushes between me and him, so I knew he couldn't spot me. He's going to go that way. Okay, I'm not going to reload, right, because we've got the griller there. I'm going to see if I can put this shell into him. Now, the arty hit him. He's not a one-shot for me, but I can put him right down, right? So I'm going to see if I can put this shell into him and then carry on. There he is. Nice. Low roll there for 222. I was hoping to get a little bit more. He's going to come back to try and get a shot on me, but I'm going to pull forward, so that's fine. And the griller takes him out. So, no, it's actually the arty. I thought it was the griller during the game, but it was the arty. Anyway, what am I going to do now? My friendly light tank is dead. I'm going to go and scout the 1 line, right? You can see the T-30 and Emil pushing up there. Now, they don't want to do that, because they're going to get spotted and owned before, you know, if all that. Ultimately, see what they're doing there, right? Ultimately, only one of them, the Emil, should hang back. Let one of you get spotted, because if the T-30 gets spotted and the Emil fires, they're both now close enough to get spotted. So, you know, the Emil needs to pull back. You know, I'm pinging there. What I want to do is go and spot for these guys, right? That's my job, and that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to use these bushes. I'm going to... Oh, straight away, the T-44 lightweight there. 54 lightweight, sorry. Nice little bit of spotting damage. Now, once he's out of the game, I'm home free. He's the last thing in this match that challenges me visually and with camo. So, there he is. He's rushing forward. He's going to try and spot these guys. He's going to spot them. Unfortunately for me, I got spotted just before. I thought I was going to have to take him out. I'm reloading my clip now. So I moved from the hill area. The grill's pulled forwards into A6 so he can shoot over the hill. So now what I need to do is spot what's left. I'm up to 3,940 spotting damage, but I haven't got a lot of damage. I'm only at 894, so I want to remedy that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel through these bushes. I see a lot of people travel in the middle of the bushes or to one side or the other. But for some reason, they don't travel through them. If you travel through them, you stay camouflaged, right? And that, you know, so what I'm going to try and do is pull forward slowly. If you look at the chat, you can't see it because my camera's there, but I'm telling the guys to drop back. They don't need to be this far forwards. I don't want them to take their first shot and then get owned, right? So I'm just going to use these bushes. I'm going to creep forwards and see what I can spot. Now this guy does quite an interesting thing. Straight away he charges. It's not a bad plan. You know, sometimes it can be like 60 to 70 meters when you spot someone. So this guy has to be taken out. He's prime for me to finish off. He's soft skinned. He loses his spot, but I know where to fire and take him out. So that's lovely. Okay, that's that big gun out of the game. Now the next job's to spot him again. He's going to carry on coming forward, which ain't a bad plan. So if he could spot me and his friendlies could kill me, then, you know, then maybe they could survive. It's quite hard to assault this bit down here. I'm going to go for the tracking shot. He's tracked already. Can I? I'm holding my spot because I'm thinking I'm not going to penetrate him. I'll save my shells for a target I can penetrate. I'm on 1662 damage now with 6,440 assistance. You know, that's nice. Managed to take out the arty. I'm up to 3,140 W&8. And of course, by now, I'm way on the 100% for my mark of excellence, which is great. Travelling through these bushes. And the Object 705 is charging behind me now. And obviously, you know, he's just thinking just get in there and take them out. But I like to do it right. Oh, it sucks when they go like that. They are bouncy little gits, these guys. Again, I've got 2 shells left. Now, these are likely to be the last 2 shots I fire. I spotted that guy, so I get all that spotting damage. Here we go, a bit more. And again, that's the last 2 shots I'm going to fire. Hence, I'm going to take him out. I'm trying to block him, stop him from moving too much. And down he goes. Lovely. So that ends up on 2,189. So here we are with the post-game stats, guys. I can see quite a few tanks damaged there. Got a patrol duty medal. Spotted quite a lot. Let's have a little look at those team scores. Okay, so it's a 1,296 base XP, 2 kills, 2,284 damage. But the real damage was done with the assistant damage, 7,991, which is really respectable amount of assistance damage. Obviously, earned some credits there, 94,000 profit. Now, what I wanted to say before we head off is you might see games on, you know, some of these replay sites where, yeah, you can get 10,000, 12,000 assisting damage, and all they do is pull forwards on the one line and sit in a bush. And when that happens, a lot of it's down to circumstance. You know, they were lucky, the tanks were there. What happened in this instance was a bit different. There was only 2 light tanks per side. I went to a flank that typically light tanks don't like to go to. They like to go to that open bit up on the ridge where they can poke and get spotting damage for the arty, or on the one line where they can passive scout, especially when there's no wheeled vehicles in the game. So what I like to do if I'm in a light tank is take the side that other light tanks typically don't like to do. If you can get good at the opposing flanks, then you're always going to have a good game, because you can do the opposing flank and then come back to the good flank when your light tank person who was too bold gets killed early. I won the flank with the assistance of some other tanks. Managed to get myself a little bit of damage, but a lot of assistance. Managed to really stop the assault down that flank early because I got there quick and I put fire down onto them. I spotted them. Then they started to take fire. Then I pushed forwards and I spotted the artillery. Artillery out of the game is a big one, right? We all know how much of a pain in the arse artillery is. So to go forwards, spotting the artillery, getting them taken out, not overcommitting like that bat chat did over the ridge. Just spotting them, pulled back, act as a counter, an anti-scout, taking out the or helping with the assistance and taking out the T100 lightweight, the tier 10 Russian lightweight light tank. Then complete game swap round, relocation to the other side of the map, going up that line, spotting the other enemy light tank, the T-54 lightweight, which inevitably led to him being destroyed, working my way up the bushes to spot the remaining tanks and them to be taken out. So it's one of them games where I was all over the map, spotting both flanks, performed the role of an anti-scout perfectly, being instrumental in the death of both artillery and enemy light tanks. My early game lead off and positioning led to the enemy being on the back on the flank that I was on, which led to an early victory of that flank. So, you know, quite arguably, had I not been there, because the other side of the, you know, we had killed the guys our side, but the other side of the map, they had lost 3 people. Quite arguably, that it was me that caused that win there. So people say you can't carry in a light tank. You might not be able to carry like a heavy tank or a medium tank can, but you can certainly be the instrument that causes the win. My team might have won there, but they might certainly wouldn't have done it as easy as if they didn't have me doing that. The 1390 as a tank, absolutely brilliant. I'm really loving it. I think the gun's been buffed, to be honest. I think the reason I'm liking it now and I didn't like it so much then is I'm pretty sure the accuracy wasn't as good as it is now. I've noticed I'm hitting shots, you know, and that auto, I'm really loving auto loaders at the moment. Ever since I've been playing so much with the even 90, which is just my cream of the crop for me. I'm really enjoying that. So the 1390 is really good. I've just unlocked the 13105, so I'll be doing some more games in that before I bring you a replay of that. Yeah, and that's great. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click the notification bell to be reminded when I release new content. I'm typically like to release 2 videos a week if I can, but sometimes 3 if time schedules allows. You might have noticed the links down the bottom of my page. That's my history channel, and there's a short video about what I do with history coming up now. Maybe you could spend a minute to have a little look.
History has the power to change lives. History Kids is a community campaign with a single goal: to bring the transformative power of history to schools across the country, to give our schools the help and assistance they need to take children and transform them into a Roman, a smuggler, an adventurer, to give them the chance to go back in time, discover connections between past and present, and build foundations from which they can confidently lead their lives. Join the History Project in supporting the History Kids today. Allow us to give children educational history experiences they will never forget, and memories that will last them a lifetime.
Other than that, if I don't see you next time. Tune in for when I make another video, and thank you very much for stopping by. Cheers.